That's not true for me here in the Weather Center today. Boy, has it been active and busy. We have basically had an area of low pressure form into our next tropical storm. We got Tropical Storm Emily approaching Tampa Bay, moving towards the east at 8 miles an hour. And thankfully, on a positive note, it's not going to be a hurricane. It's going to run out of time before it does that. You know, it only has so much ocean to at least absorb here in the Gulf. But, you know, it will be approaching Tampa Bay over the next couple hours. It is a minimal tropical storm at 45 miles an hour. As this system, again, is approaching Tampa, it's moving towards the east at 8 miles an hour. So we do have this system right now. It does have winds at around 45. The projected path has this paralleling I-4 later on today. By tonight, it is going to be just a tropical depression around the east coast, around Brevard County, Melbourne, Cocoa Beach, all the way towards Cape Canaveral, and then re-strengthen thanks to the Atlantic Ocean as a tropical storm by tomorrow. Now, the local impact, tropical storm warning in effect across coastal Lee, Charlotte, and Sarasota counties in the dark orange. The red is going to be a flood watch because of all the rain we've seen as of late, 1 to 3 inches after it's all said and done, and an isolated 3 to 5 amount. So the very latest with our live Doppler radar picking up on Tropical Storm Emily starting to approach Tampa Bay. You can see the swirl right there, the heavy bands on the eastern side, and more than likely that is where we have at least the potential for winds sustained at 45 miles an hour. Now, for the very latest on the local impact with Emily here across Southwest Florida, let me toss it out to Brooke Silverang, who's going to take it county by county with the latest on our rain and storms. Brooke?
All right, well, thank you, Matt. And Emily is our 5th named storm of the tropical season and hurricane season of this year. But we are looking at that heavy rainfall that's been rolling through early in the morning hours, and we still have a lot more of that rain to get through before that lunch hour. You can see some very heavy periods of rain right along here across Naples along 75. So keep that in mind. The roads are very wet. A closer look on Marco Island. You now have a downpour sitting over you. Some moderate rain right along there. And again, very soggy conditions. A little bit of a break over in Summerlin Road. But as we put that all into motion, still you can see some moderate rain to heavy rainfall pretty much straight all across the area. So again, keep that in mind. It is a pretty wet start to the morning, and into your early afternoon hours we can still see some of that rain go across Charlotte County, seeing some heavy rain as well. So mainly towards Southwest Florida, going into the west, the eastward, that's the track of the heaviest rain at the moment. So as we put that all into motion, we're going to get through that rain over the next couple of hours into that lunch hour. We're still going to see a few isolated to scattered showers there for you, so keep that in mind. Gusty wind conditions as well, and we could see some localized flooding with some heavy downpours over a period of time. So that's what it's looking like throughout the rest of your afternoon into your early evening. Over the next few days, soggy conditions still last up into your Tuesday. 90s back in the forecast with isolated rain chances later in the week. That's a quick check on the weather.
The FAA is now under a federal